Why was the amputee so sad? Because he had recently been defeated. Welcome to Shave&Butcher, where also we have a public announcement advised today by Martin from YMMV Shaves. Tampax will be removing the strings from their tampons, replacing them with tinsel. However, this is for the Christmas period only. We're shaving today with the massive 9+8. 9+, it's bigger than an inch. The R-A-Ö. Yep, the R-A-Ö razor. Look at that beauty with the cool angles on the spine and the toe and the, forget what it is, wood with the brass liner. Look at that beauty. We're shaving with that, and it's been soaking the boar brush from, well, Matti Lindholm has turned it, and the design is Frank Strömberg from Wet Shaving and Stuff, both YouTubers, and I can't help myself. I have to do the smooth Swedish Shaver Soap again, because it's cool and it's mine and it's one of a kind and it's lovely. So that's what we're doing. Okay, I actually haven't shaved since we last met. I don't know if you can see that, but it's 3 days growth. I look awful. Just shaved my head, so the head looks okay. But the face, it's a disgrace. I'm working at home today, no important video meetings, so I thought, what the heck. I can be unshaven for one working day. It's quite okay. No one noticed really. I apologized to my wife and she said, what? So yes, what you get after 20 years of marriage, or 25 or 30 or whatever it is. So working from home, trying to buy some stuff, trying to sell some stuff. And then in the evening, my son and I helped my daughter in her flat to put up wardrobes. Well, she and the boyfriend had done quite a bit, so we did a bit of the rest. Dad was looking after security, so attaching these huge wardrobes to the wall to make sure no one gets injured. It's Dad's job. That felt really good. And my son helped out as well. I said, can you join me and help me do semi-heavy and tedious work for a few hours at your sister's? And he said yes. He said yes, that's how bored he is. It's homeschooling again, which, for him is quite good. He says he actually studies more and pays more attention than when he goes to school. At least he knows his limitations. He's quite open with that. But it's boring, And we're a little bit strict, following the rules and recommendations and not meeting too many people. So he's got his girlfriend and one mate, but it's it's not the same thing as going into school. Sorry for the faucet tap running. You saw me loading the delicious rose wood smelling soap, tallow based, from Ginger's Garden, Irena. It's a thirsty little bugger, so I'm putting quite a bit of water in it, I like to use a lot of soap. Let's see what happens. It's such a good smell. This is only my second use. You saw the first time I used it, but I've been opening the lid, sniffing it for a few days. I really dig it. It's not a grandmother's scent. It's I'm not gonna say it's dark, but the woody elements put a bit of darkness to it. It's not earthy, it's wood. It's cool. It's cool. I was reading today, oops, there's a hair. There was a comment from Brian Moore, maybe, can't remember. Someone commented on the last video about a Katie's Bubble Soap, I think, which had connections, or was a duplicate of a Creed scent, which is called Royal something, can't remember. Royal Mayfair, or Mayfair Royal. So it's Royal and it's Mayfair. Mayfair is the poshest part of London. I think the poshest, right? And it's based on a scent. I don't know if it was a perfume or if it was just based on, not Henry VIII, because he killed all the wives. Edward VIII? Some king. Some king number 8 in England. And his favorite rose, which was a rose, was it the Mayfair rose or the Windsor rose or something? So it smells of that. I mean, you have the rose part, so you have the grandmothery, if you will, rosy rose scent. It's quite, you know, it's you can certainly distinguish a rose scent for sure, but you don't get the suffocating element in a really flowery soap. Do you understand what I mean? It has bite, it has character. I really enjoy it. I'd love a perfume based on this. And I was thinking, oh, I should try out the Creed scent. But the Creed scent was, my God, it was 3,200 Swedish. So what is that? 300 euros? And those Creed bottles last a long time, but it's quite the investment. Then again, I've tried copies, or clones, sort of, it's called copies of Creed, which I didn't like. Well, yeah, no, I didn't like, and I didn't find them very similar. Like Green Irish Tweed, right? Iconic scent. So many perfumes, so many shaving soaps and aftershaves, which are supposed to smell like Creed's Green Irish Tweed, and they don't. Most of them, they don't. So, real thing, you know, sometimes you get what you pay for. Oh, I have a whole stand of roses smelling on my face. Let's see what the big choppery thing can do today. On 3 days growth. Well, this thing weighs like half a kilo. I actually haven't weighed it. I should. I think I say every time I use it, let's weigh it. Oh, just mushes through. Feels like a massage after 3 days. I don't think I've gone 3 days this year. In spite of the pandemic, working from home. It's not quite as moist as the last time, but still falls off with a bit of help. So if that's, I don't know, 80% moisture content, I'm making up numbers. You want to get to 84. Makes no difference whatsoever to the shave and the slickness and the way the lather behaves. But on the razor, you still notice a few percentage points of difference. Ah, yeah, I cut something. I cut something. You know when you feel that? Oh yeah, I think we nailed the moisture content after all. It's just such a big razor. What happened here? Oh yeah, I have a little blister, and that's what I opened up. So it wasn't really a cut, just blistering, de-blistering. This is still on the original edge that Andreas put on it when he made it. This is not only a very beautiful and very large, impressive razor, it's also a good one. It's big. And as I usually say, do you need a razor this big? Absolutely not. You really don't. If anything, it's more complicated to shave with. But it's a good shaver. It's impressive. And Andreas when I purchased this from him, I was his first paying customer, which I thought was cool. And I think it was only his third or fourth razor. He'd done one or two for himself. He had given one away, I think, but I was happy to be the first paying customer. I paid good money for it, but still, you know, not enough really. But it was enough so I wouldn't argue. But you know, you can't make a living spending so much time on a razor unless you can charge Max Sprecher money, which is, you know, I'll tell you, I paid 3,000 Swedish for this, which is now, I haven't checked today, but $350 US, and that's a steal for such a big razor. Max Sprecher, same size, would be double, triple, a lot more. So, but still, it's a lot of work. But he did everything from scratch, which is so cool. And I like the look of it. I like the shapes. Oh, it's smooth too. You know, I'm not even buffing. I'm just going, original edge. How many shaves? 40 at least. Beautiful. And there's something about a really heavy straight razor. You certainly don't need it. You'll see me shave with 5/8 razors. You know, like the Berker Edelweiss and the MK31. Which are both easier to get a good shave with and a close shave than this thing, because this requires a bit more work, a bit more skill, certainly more attention, and you need to know what you're doing. It's not super difficult, but this is a razor you don't just pick up and it's natural, and you know. It's a bit of an axe, isn't it? But there's something about these big and heavy ones. I don't know. You're going, what is he compensating for? And I said, yeah, okay, my ears aren't huge, but still, you know, they're average. So that's not it. Oh, I'm enjoying this. It's not only thick, it's wide too. It's huge. And for a daily shaver, which I am more or less, it's such a joy to shave after 3 days. It really is. And you know, I haven't been saving, I just haven't been in the mood. And if I don't have to shave and I'm not in the mood to shave, I don't shave. After all, I do this for enjoyment. If it wasn't for enjoyment, I'd be using a cartridge or an electric razor or something like that. But it's enjoyment, and then you really want to do it when you're in the mood. And you want to use good stuff, like, you know, 2 of my friends made this, Matti and Frank. They made it. And it was a gift too, and that's really cool. And the soap was a gift, and it's such a good soap. And I love the smell. And the razor. So it really is 3 things that mean a lot to me. Shaving with a heel works just fine. You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say this soap has cushion. But of course I know there's no such thing. But even the non-religious sometimes have an epiphany of something and they wonder, have I been missing something? But no, there is no such thing as cushion. But a soap can still be protective if it's slippery and easy to manage. And, you know, that's why you use a soap. To protect yourself from uncomfortableness. That is what the soap lives for. Oops. Oops. Oops is never a good sound when you're shaving with a straight razor, is it? Wow, that was cool. That was just very, very good. I'm going to rinse. No, I'll rinse it right now. I was going to say I'll rinse and be back, but yeah, no. You lose momentum. It's like taking a time out at the wrong time. Sometimes you shouldn't do that. The coach has to really feel when the right moment is. Oh. Do a cold rinse as well. Beautiful, beautiful. It's just one thing I miss right now. And I've never tried it, but I have here the Thayer's unscented. There is a rose petal one, which I've never smelled, so I don't know if it's nice, but wouldn't that have been absolutely perfect with this soap? But we'll do unscented, because that's lovely stuff as well. Oh, not a hint of irritation. I did do something here, but I think it was okay, and I cut the blister off, but there was no blood. Don't forget the dome, as CBD says. Beautiful, beautiful. I'll put a balm on afterwards, but I'll let this sink in for a while. Oh, that was beautiful. I haven't cleaned this up, but this is the ML Shaving FS Design Institute brush, oak and boar. We had the smooth Swedish Shaver Soap, and we had this little baby. Okay, thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. Stay sharp.